Peace and prosperity be unto all who's watching. It's your girl, Lachey Miller, right? And I'm back with another video. Today being the day of Christmas Eve and tomorrow being Christmas on a Wednesday. So weird. And it's not as special as it used to be. It doesn't mean as much as it used to be when we were kids. Now that we're all grown up and have our own lives. For some of us with no kids, it's just another day to make more money. And for those with kids, it's just another day to specify something and recreate a memory that you once had in your childhood. So, with Christmas being tomorrow and 2020 being right around the corner, I want to talk to you guys about focus. Focus. And how important and imperative focus is, because it's easy to lose focus. Trust me, I know. I learned in 2019 a lot about focus and how it can how you can easily lose it. It's not that I'm not a motivated, ambitious, driven person who is highly hungry for success and wanting to do better with my life. It's not that. It's just, you have your up and downs in life, and sometimes you can't always be up on top of the mountain. Sometimes you got to get in the valley, and sometimes you got to struggle. So we all have to go through these phases, these different droughts in our lives, and we all got to go through these processes. So when we learn to embrace the process of the things that we want most, we can truly accept change, because we all want change in our lives. Because if you're someone who's chasing out the dreams, chasing out the goals, and have these totally ideas about what you want in life, you're going to have to change, and things in your life will change. And sometimes it's not necessarily the situation around you changing, it's more so you changing within. So sometimes your situation outside of you won't change at all, but everything that you need to change your own situation is changing within you. So you're finally finding the courage to either quit a job or move on from something that no longer serves you purpose, or a person who used to hurt or damage you. It's a lot of things that you have to figure out for yourself, and you have to overcome as a person. So same with goals. We don't always hit every goal that we want within the time that we write them. Sometimes the money is funny, and sometimes it's just not there, and it's not always possible to hit everything that you want in life. It's not always possible, but you can always keep pursuing that dream. Or that goal. It's not that you have to stop doing it. It's just you give yourself so much hope, and then when you don't hit it, you be so disappointed in why it's not done. And sometimes we're so focused on things happening in our own time, but we're forgetting that everything has its own divine timing and process, and we have to be fully equipped and prepared for all the things we want and ask in this life. So before we can fully get there, we have to be equipped. We have to be beaten. We have to be molded. We have to be prepared. We have to go through the process and the experience to say, hey, I am, prepared to do what it is that I want to do in this life. And sometimes you got to go through those hardships, because if you don't, then your success will mean nothing. But all our successes, all our philosophies are defined by us. So what my success may not be the same for you. And success is everyone's own protege. Everybody has their own success story. Everybody has their own success. Everybody come up in a time when it's their time, and we can't focus on we're not being there. We have to focus on what we can do. And a lot of times you lose focus in life. You get stagnant. You get depressed. You get in those states of just you just don't feel. It's just you feel like crap. I'm just going to be honest. You feel like crap, and you just feel like you really should be there, and you've done so much, and you've tried so hard, and you put so much money in it, and you lost so much, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. And the universe is like, keep trying, keep doing it, and it'll happen eventually. But you definitely have to go through a lot of things in order to get to where you want to be in life. And if you're not fully equipped and prepared, then it won't happen for you. But if you're fully equipped and prepared and ready to run this marathon, because this is not a race, it's definitely a long marathon, and you're in it for the long run, because even after you get the things you want, you still are finding ways to expand what it is that you desire. So, like me, being an entrepreneur, I'm just someone who's into making money and being creative. So I'm an artist who likes to help people in many ways. Like, I love helping people. So I would find different ways to help people, but also expand my horizon on how I make money, increasing my income so that I can be in a position where I can always help people. So that's my thing, and with me being a jack of all trades, that definitely helps me out. Hey, like I was saying, focus just is really important. Like, you want to have, set goals. You want to have, events to go to, and sometimes you just don't have the funds for it, and sometimes it's not always there, and you can't be so hard on yourself. You can't always be so hard on yourself. You got to remember that sometimes you can't always do what you want, but if you do what you can for now, focus on what you can do, and when you can do what you want, then do it. So just focus on what you can until you can do what you want, and that's how we do it. I don't believe in faking it until you make it. Those things, like those philosophies, I just fake it till I make it. I'm not a fake it till I make it kind of individual. If I ain't feeling it, I'm just gonna be honest about it. It's not what it seems. And sometimes you gotta take that leap of faith. Sometimes you're on the edge, and you just gotta jump. And whether jumping is leaving the job that you don't like, or leaving the person that no longer serves you purpose, or starting a business at your own risk, or making a YouTube channel, or just anything new that requires you to be consistent, focused, and persistent, that makes you increase and improve your skills as an individual. It's really important that you do the things that you desire in this life, and never put off or stint your growth, because if it's something that you really want, you shouldn't put off that for anybody. Do the things you want in this life, because you only get one life. Now, I don't necessarily believe that's true, but at the end of the day, I can't really prove that. So, but us being spirits and us being eternal, I don't really think we live one life. So that's my take on that, but I don't want to get too deep in that. I'm not trying to get off the topic. So, read some books and invest time in knowing more about your craft. Invest time in knowing ways to increase your money so it can help you further along the things that you're trying to be a part of. And, just invest time in learning more, because the more you know, the better off you are in life, and the better chances you are to helping other people, right? So you want to be valuable, and you want to be valuable in life in general. You want to be valuable to the marketplace. You want to be valuable in general life, your family, your children, your friends. You want to be so valuable that no matter what, people are like, well, I'm going to call that person up because they have the information that I need. They got the juice. They know. I'm going to call them because if I ask them this question, they already somewhat know the answer, and they can help me out with what I'm thinking about or what I'm working on. They can further along my ideas. And sometimes you got to be open to being corrected. You got to be open to ideas. You got to be open to vision boards. You got to be open to a lot of different things in order to improve. And sometimes you gotta want to change. You gotta want to improve, and you gotta want better. And if you don't want better and you don't want to improve, then this video is definitely not for you. It's for people who want to change and who's truly focused on the future and making their life better, having a prosperous year, financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And all that starts and begins with you. So we are the co-creators of our lives, and to be honest, content is king, is what they say. Content is king, but knowledge is power, and knowledge is so powerful, but knowledge is only powerful when you use that knowledge to apply in your daily lives. So wisdom is knowledge applied over time, and knowledge is only power when you use that knowledge to apply in your daily life. So these tools like money, knowledge, and wisdom, all these things have to be applied and used in order for them to be useful to you. Like your vehicle. You can't just sit your vehicle in the driveway and expect that you get to blase, and the car never moves. You have all these things that you need to do, but you ain't moved your car yet. It all requires you to go out and do it. And if you're not a get up and go kind of go get it, then the universe is definitely not going to pat you on the back, and it's not going to hand you anything you want. So you definitely need to be motivated into getting the things you want in this life. So if you're not focused on getting yourself in a position of financial freedom, and so you can travel the world and help as many people and do the things you love, then this video is definitely not for you. So it's just about inspiring people and, uplifting the universe and changing the world in the way that you can change the world. You can't completely change the world by yourself, but you definitely can leave a mark on the people that you can inspire. We all have a certain amount of people that we can impact, and if we take advantage of what we can do, then we don't have to focus on what isn't done. Now, that's not to say that it's not a lot of work to do in this universe. It's so much work to do, and there's so many people to be saved, and so many people to be helped. But at the end of the day, with the concept of being saved, one must learn how to save and love themselves first, because it doesn't matter how many times an individual helps and save you. You have to learn how to save yourself. Like me being a humanitarian, I definitely learned and rise from my own ashes. I learned to love myself. I learned to forgive those who hurt me. I learned a lot of things over the years, and it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of self-love to get to a point where you can say, hey, I want better for myself, and I'm going to achieve everything that's for me, and I'm not going to wait for anybody to hand it to me. So I definitely dislike relying on people, don't like to be indebted to anybody, and I definitely don't want to owe people. I don't know, I just don't never like depending on people, because, people are not always reliable, and that sets yourself up for disappointment. So back to what I was saying, it requires to be focused, and if you're not focused, then who's going to focus for you? Only you can set the vision, get the tools done, and use those tools to navigate your way to where you're trying to go, your destination. So wherever your destination is, whatever your goals, your dreams, whatever the tools that you have, leverage those tools to get you where you're trying to go. Make sure that you're going to go get the things that you want, and not someone who is just a talk about it, because we could talk about all the things we want in this life all day long and never achieve not one. But the thing about that is it's totally a waste of breath, and you gain $0 from doing that. So at the end of the day, if you guys want a better life, you have to take the courage, the confidence, and you have to have the self-love. You got to say that I got to do it for me, and only I can do it for myself. And if I don't do it, no one's going to do it for me. So you got to rise up at your circumstances. You got to stand up and be proud of who you are. You got to own up to your mistakes, and you got to take on life like it is. And power to the people, because it's all about the people and empowering the universe to do better. So, Mayola's movement, baby. Peace and prosperity be unto all. And love and happiness be unto all. Abundance. We out.